Hey Angels, it's Lookin' Bratz aka Dom here with a new video, and I'm super excited, and I think I always say that whenever I start a video because I am very excited when I have new dolls. I am a little overwhelmed right now with all of the dolls I have to open, but I had to make these a priority because they have been on my mind for a while now, and they originally accidentally came out in the start of November on Walmart's website. And they weren't supposed to come out, but they managed to come out, and some people got them early. And now I finally have them. They're finally officially released. And of course, what I'm talking about is the Mowalola X Bratz Drip Gods collection, and I am so excited. I got this package from MGA, so thank you so much. They sent me the Mowalola and Cult Gaia dolls, and I am just, oh, I look at these dolls and I am just always in awe because I'll get into it later, but I really think this is where the Bratz brand should be at in terms of designer collaborations and in terms of quality. And we got some really solid designer lines in the past year, and they were really impressive. But I think Cult Gaia and Mowalola, these lines are just really taking it to the next level. And especially with Mowalola, like I never really thought that we would get this kind of styling and edge to the girls. So I am just so excited. So, of course, I have Jade and I have Felicia, and these boxes are huge. Like, you can see it next to my head. Like, these are huge boxes. These are big bundles. Now, to clarify, these dolls were leaked, I want to say, over the summer. Time is like a weird construct to me, but I think the theory of Mowalola collaborating with Bratz has been going around for a few months now, and I don't know where I first heard it from, but I think it was because like they were following Mowalola or Mowalola was following them, and then somebody tipped me off and said, "Oh, I think it might be Mowalola," and this was back in like February or March. And I like took it at like face value, but I still posted it on the Lookin' Bratz article where I have the master post, which is a really good resource for anybody looking for news about upcoming Bratz releases in the next year. Everything that's been confirmed so far. I know there's a lot of leaks coming out lately, and I think we just need time to like see public listings of those. I can only really post public stuff, so please bear with me if I don't have like all the tea right now, but you know, I do trust a lot of the sources who posted about those, but we can get into that in another time because we should really focus on the Mowalola Bratz dolls. And I'm really shocked at how cool these looked. Like, not shocked because I thought they would be cool dolls, but like actually getting to see them and actually getting to experience them and like holding the box in my hand, I've been so excited. And I've been dying to unbox these, so let's actually start unboxing them. Okay. I'm gonna start with Jade because she's the first one closest to me, and my ring light keeps catching her box. The boxes are very like reflective because they're like all like it's a plastic shell, and the back is like very reflective. I really love it. I love this box. The boxes are huge, and I will say, like, if you're an inbox collector, you gotta make room for these because this is like way bigger than a normal Bratz box. But I love how they sort of kept with the like, you know, geometric trapezoid theme, but it's not just like a trapezoid. It's like this really cool like asymmetrical shape, and I'm really impressed with the packaging. It feels so like deluxe and like very like, you know, a huge release, and it is a very huge release, and I'm just really like shocked by this, and the artwork is just so gorgeous. Like, look at this artwork here. This is very where I want Bratz to be at, is like with all this gorgeous artwork and like the gorgeous dolls, of course, but the artwork is such an important part of Bratz dolls, and I don't think a lot of people understand that, is that artwork plays a huge role in like how the dolls are marketed. And just to see like, I think last year's artwork like for GCDS and I think the dolls for Jimmy Paul were really good, but just to see like something like this, like with this like edginess and like I love seeing different interpretations of Bratz, and we get to see a lot of different interpretations with these designer dolls, which I really appreciate. And as much as I'd love for there to be like one set style, sort of, I loved seeing like, you know, how different artists interpret Bratz, and I think this has to be some of my favorite artwork. I also really love the Cult Gaia ones, but when I do my Cult Gaia video, you'll see those. But I'm just like looking at the doll and oh, her accessories. I love how they like did a different logo, like it's green and it says Drip Gawds and Mowalola on the bottom. And the presentation, like the packaging is just gorgeous. Like I love this like gradient green, red background. And I just love the way she's displayed. And I have to say, look at Jade's hair. Jade's hair is like laid down. Like it's so good. Like I know sometimes like I get like a little anxious when I see like dolls that have like really messed up hairstyles, especially when there's intricate styles like this. But I have to say, like, it looks so neat in the package that to the point I don't want to open it because of how good it looks, but I am gonna open it because like I'm literally in awe of these dolls. And my friend actually got them and I got to like see them and hold them for the first time that way. But I'm excited to finally have my own. I was trying not to get too attached to like the dolls when I first saw them. I was like kind of just keeping like, you know, I was like looking and I was touching, but I wasn't getting to like fully experience them because they weren't my dolls. And I wanted my own set, and I'm happy I have my own set now. But yeah, just look at this. Like, this is so cool. And then we have the artwork on the front. We have Jade, like her typography on the top, and then we have her second outfit, which comes, if you don't notice, with the formal funk mannequin stand. So I'm excited. All the new designer releases have those, and I think that is so cool. But yeah, I'm super excited. And the fact, okay, let's just say really quick, all the designer dolls like this year, like this season I should say, because Jimmy Paul didn't have two outfits, but there was a lot of layered pieces so you can mix and match really well with the Jimmy Paul dolls. But what I love about these new designer collabs is that they have two full outfits, and that's a really amazing feat from what we got last year, because GCDS only had one outfit. It was just the doll, a stand, a certificate, that kind of stuff. And now we're not only getting two outfits, but we're getting mannequin stands, and we are getting some accessories. So, and we're also getting like this amazing packaging. I think all the packaging for all the designer dolls has been like top tier, but I'm really like into this packaging. Like, it's just so like, it's so cool. I'm really loving it. I should really open the doll and actually get into opening it because, you know, what else can I talk about with the packaging? But I have to say, I really love the packaging. Packaging is such an important aspect of a doll release, and have to say, like, hit it out of the park with this one. All right, I have taken off all of the round tape pieces. The packaging did come a little damaged when she came in the mail, but I'm not going to be looking at the back of the packaging that much. But let's actually open her up. So she has like a plastic shell, and then it comes out and it reveals all of the doll and her contents. And also really quick, the back of the box has a little note from Moa. So it says, doing what you want is Moa's world, no rules, exactly what you need to be a drip god. And then has the Bratz and Mowalola logo, so that's really cute. And that's also that Bratz boys font if you didn't recognize it. But here she is in her shell, and I'm like, I'm so excited to like experience her. Her hair is really laid down. Like, it looks so good. And her face, like, her face looks a little different. I think the placement is different from the other dolls, but I really like the way that it's placed. The one thing I will say is that her eyeliner on this side is a little more drawn out than this side, and I wish they were kind of more drawn out to like her hairline, but I still think she looks really good. And I'm really excited to like open her up. But like, here she is, like you can see like her shoes, and the shoes we'll get into in a bit. I'm so excited for the shoes. And then she has like her mannequin stand, her second outfit, her brush, her sunglasses, and then you have the doll herself, and then the bag. And then as you can see here, it says big bundle because the bags are based off the big bundle bags from Mowalola. So let's get into actually opening her up, experiencing her, see what she's all about. Okay, I finally have Jade out of the box, and it did take me about like 10 or 15 minutes to actually unbox her. And first thing I have to say is like the hair, crunch. And I think the instructions, so it does come with instructions, which is actually like on the side of the box, like on the inside, which is really nice. And I think somewhere they tell you not to, it says do not wash doll's hair with water and or soap, as doing so may cause irreparable damage in the hair. Me personally, I'm still washing it. Like, it's not going to cause damage, at least not to the bottom parts of the hair. Like this part, like left alone, bottom parts, like I want to enjoy this doll. So Yeah, but she is just so cool. And let me actually tell you why it took me a bit to open her, was because I really wanted to save the cardboard backing that she was on, and there's just so many plastic pieces all around it, and I had to go through the back, and I wanted to preserve it because at some point I do want to display like I want all my designer dolls to be displayed like in the box but like out of the box at the same time. So I want to like preserve like these parts and then like have like a display piece whenever I have the space to actually do that. At the moment, I don't have the space to do that, and I can't really make the space, but I always save the designer collab boxes. Like I still have GCDS. I have my PR kit from Jimmy Paul, so I save everything that I can. But here is Jade, and I'm literally like shook. I'm obsessed. I'm gagged. Like, I'm really just like, okay, the shoes. Are you kidding me? Like, like these are just so cool. And I know, okay, in a recent article that I read with Mowalola, apparently some of the inspiration for the Mowalola dolls comes from several Bratz lines, and one of them is Tokyo A Go-Go, and I think the others are like Pretty in Punk, Rock Angelz, and Live in Concert. Maybe not Rock Angelz, don't quote me on that, but I do know Pretty in Punk and Live in Concert, and Tokyo Go-Go for sure. But these shoes remind me so much of Tokyo Go-Go Collector's Edition Kumi, and I think it's like this sandal here, but it's like such like a cool shoe. Like these are the biggest Bratz shoes I think that have ever been like made. Like I know like the 2015 shoes were huge, but these are like intentionally big, and I love them so much. Like they're just, I'm literally in awe of this doll right now. She's very like a hefty doll, like she has like weight to her. And here is her dress. This is a really cool dress, and a lot of people didn't like it at first, but it's like this like netted mesh dress, and then she has these pleather red stars all around it. I think it is such a cool piece, and I love her face. Like, can we just get into the face again? And I this is something else that a lot of people ragged on, was the fact that they had gap teeth, and they were like, oh, like these are ugly and she doesn't have eyebrows. Well, guess what? She does have eyebrows. They're just very small. And it really just goes with like the edginess of this doll. I don't think a lot of people understand the designer dolls the way that some other people understand the designer dolls, and it's not meant to be Bratz as in the Y2K fad that you might think it is. And I'm sorry, I had to say it, that a lot of people treat this brand like it's just about mini skirts or jeans, and some people forget that the brand was initially like the cool girls who like wear jeans, and like they have these like really cool outfits that are sort of like not the normal, like it's not like the Barbie type, it's about these girls who dress in streetwear. And I don't think a lot of people understand that the designer collabs are meant to bring the Bratz into the 2020s. They should be current, and this is current. Like, this is high fashion. This is something like, this is where Bratz needs to be. It can't be stuck in 2004. And as much as I love the early years, I think we need new for Bratz. And I'm always like, you know, whenever somebody asks me, like, what do you want to see reproduced? I really don't want to see anything reproduced anymore. I want new dolls. And the closest we're getting to new dolls has been the designer dolls, and they've been expensive. So I want to do a whole other video discussing like what I want for the brand, but I want to see new dolls. And here's a new doll, and I think this new doll is amazing. I'm I'm really just in awe of like what Mowalola did. So congratulations, Mowalola, you did it. And not even Mowalola, like, but also like her team, like they are so on it, like they are so good. And shout out to Samuel Lewis, who also helped design these dolls, I believe, because he had posted about them on his Instagram and all on his socials. And I think they just did such a terrific job on these. Like, I don't even need to open Felicia yet to tell you that these dolls are where Bratz need to be right now. And I really hope we get this level of attention to detail in new playline releases. Like, not just like designer dolls, like we need new playline releases that have this much love put into them, and you can tell how much love has been put into these dolls. I'm really just like shocked. And going into like the obvious details of the doll, like she has high quality premium nylon hair. I would, if you need to get the crunch out, just use dish soap or shampoo and you can get that out. And then if you want to condition it, I recommend using a conditioner. Please do not use fabric softener, as it may damage your doll's hair in the long run. But yeah, here she is, and she has a sprayed face. So they stopped using the UV, they stopped using stamp method. This is a spray face. This is the method used on all of the original Bratz dolls, well, most of them at least. And gorgeous, just gorgeous. And like her bangs, I love her bangs. And her hair is like pinnacle Jade. This is Jade. Like, this is what Jade would wear. This is how Jade would look. I love how she has different colored eyes and like the little like devil horns almost like sticking up like this. Like, this is a Jade hair look. And then her bangs, and then she has like a really nice like dirty blonde brown like blend of hair going on here, and I think it's just so gorgeous. And when I wash it out, it's gonna look even better. And in her bang, she actually has 3 blonde streaks, and somebody mentioned this, and I don't know who, but I think this is supposed to be an M for Mowalola, so that's a really clever detail. I don't know if anyone else caught it, but that's a really cool detail. And then she has these like spiked hair accessories, and I think this might be a reused mold from an OMG doll. I think one of the remix dolls, don't quote me on that, but it looks like it is. I'm honestly not touching these pieces. Like, they're so perfectly placed in her hair. Her hair looks so perfect on the top. Like, I'm not messing with that, but I'm just really like, whoa, like this is a designer doll. This is a collector's piece. And this is something like I would not want to have missed out on. And she has the 2018 articulated body that was introduced with the collector line. But something different, and this was introduced with the Cult Gaia line, is that the hand peg, which do come off for easier dressing, they have been changed. So originally they have like a longer peg, and I'll take pictures and put them on the article that will be for the Mowalola review. And now they look a little bit more anchored in, maybe to like make them more secure, but they're a little harder to get back in, but not too bad. And voila, like it's just back on her hand. She's like, hey, okay. I'm really like, I'm shook by this doll. Like, this is Bratz. This is where Bratz needs to be. Ooh. And not only does you get this beautiful doll, this beautiful, detailed, gorgeous, premium doll, you get a second outfit. And here's her second outfit. She has this really cool pleather jacket. Let me actually cut off the plastic pieces so that they come apart. So here is Jade's second outfit. So she has this pleather jacket, and there's like all these like really cool like shapes on it, and there's like black pieces, but it's primarily white. And then the back of it has the M, the Mowalola logo. And someone noticed this, and I didn't notice it until it got pointed out. But this M is an upside down Walkman logo, so that's a really cool detail. And then something else that I'm a little shook about is that this is a real zipper. This is a real zipper. Come on. That's just an amazing detail. And then we have her little dress, and this is such a cute dress. I can see a lot of people using this for restyling, and this reminds me so much of a Spice Girls dress that Posh Spice wore. I'll try to put a picture here somewhere, but yeah, like this is such a cute dress. It's got like this gold and black ombre, and it's just spirals. And then of course we have the mannequin underneath, which is the standard Bratz formal funk mannequin. And then there is the star base with the stand so that you can put the second outfit on a stand. And I love that because it's so cool. Like, you don't only have to display the doll in one outfit, you can display the doll with the second outfit. And of course there's a new stand. So the base of the stand, we've seen it before. So this, I'm trying to think. Oh, this came with Holiday Felicia, and this also came with the Jimmy Paul dolls, and it's been out for a long time. Like, this stand's been in use, I want to say, since 2003 or so. I believe it may have started with Winter Ball Beauty Chloe, but the space is like normal, but usually there's like a little peg that comes up, and then there's like leg stands, but it's usually like horrendous. Like, I hate that stand, honestly. I think it's a cute concept for a stand because I love the trapezoid. It's very Bratz. But the thing with that stand is that it's hard to like actually have the doll's legs on the stand, especially if the shoe heights are different. Like, it's very like, it's not the best stand. But what I love about the this now is that it's the same base, but now there are foot pegs. And I'm surprised they didn't do this sooner because all Bratz dolls, are, or at least most of them, so we actually, with the designer dolls like Jimmy, Paul, and GCDS, they don't have the bottom of the foot pegs. And also like the 2001 dolls, like the original 2001 dolls don't have them until like the later like reproductions in 2005 and 2021. They eventually got the bottoms of the foot like holes, but yeah, they have bottoms. All Bratz dolls should have this, most of them at least. And they did this with the 2005 Rocket Angels line, is that they actually had stands and they had the pegs there so that you can put the doll on the stand like that. And that is just so smart. And I'm really happy they're doing this because it's been long overdue that we have a really good Bratz stand, and I really do like the Rock Angel stand. So the fact that we have some sort of compromise here with the trapezoid base, but also the foot peg is really good. And I don't know how sturdy it's going to be with her, but also this doll stands on her own. Like, you don't need the stand, but the stand is a nice touch to really like stabilize her, but you don't actually need the stand because of how large and chunky the shoes are. But yeah, this is Jade so far, and I'm really just impressed with her. And of course, she comes with a metal plated brush. And this is like the iconic Bratz star brush. And I do believe it's inspired by the Mugler star. And also on the backs of the boxes for Mowalola, you might see the star shape here. So that's a really cute detail. And of course, like I said before, they do have like a little instruction booklet so that you know that you get a certificate of authenticity. And it also shows you how to use the stands, both the doll stand and the clothing stand. And then of course, one of my favorite pieces is Jade, excuse me, is the certificate of authenticity. So this is the same format and layout as the GCDS, Jimmy Paul dolls, and also Cult Gaia, which we'll do a separate video on. And there's always like this little sticker. I love the details. It says Bratz Mowalola, and then it says Bratz Mowalola there. And then on the inside, you have a note that says Certificate of Authenticity, and it says, this limited edition Bratz doll has full looks designed by Mowalola. This certificate authenticates that your doll was carefully designed and created through the collaborative efforts of Bratz and Mowalola. And here is that certificate. I love these. It just makes the dolls feel even more luxe. And I'm just, I love this doll. I love this doll so much. I love the certificates. And I also forgot to mention her bag. So she does have the Mowalola Big Bundle bag. And this matches really well with her second jacket. And I'm really just, I love these. Like, I'm excited to open Felicia even more now that I have Jade open. So let's actually open Felicia up. So now we have Mowalola Felicia, and I have to say, like, I'm so excited to open her, and here she is. I hate how my ring light keeps catching the packaging, but it really is so reflective. But here she is, and you can see she has the same presentation style as Jade. We have the doll, we have the bag, we have the brush, we have the glasses. I'm just realizing something. I never showed y'all Jade's glasses. 1 second, please. So be super careful when you're opening the package because these are trapped in the plastic piece. And if you want to preserve packaging, you may like, you know, might not want to like rip it open. So I had to cut it open. But here are Jade's glasses. So just a quick look at those. They are very cool. And I think this is like also another M moment. I don't quote me on that one, actually. I don't know, but it looks like an M. But again, here's Felicia. Like, let's get back to Felicia. And she has sunglasses. She has her second outfit. And then we have the artwork here. We have Bratz Drip Gods, Mowalola, Felicia. I love the way, like, this Felicia, like, I love the way the names just kind of, like, go up into the top of the package there onto that point. And then her artwork is so cool. I love the posing. I just love how she looks. And a lot of people have joked around about Felicia specifically, saying that she has McDonald's colors. And I'm like, okay, I see it. I see it. But I think she looks just so cool and edgy, and I'm really excited. And I love how in the promotional photos, Mowalola played into the fact that people kept comparing the colors to McDonald's colors. So we love a campy queen. But yes, Felicia, I'm so excited. She also has the same back as Jade, I believe. Yes. So the back is the same. It has the same little blurb on the back. It's just a really cool packaging design. And they also do have handles, and the handles match the aesthetic of each box. Yes, let's get into opening her because I'm excited. And yeah, let's unbox. And we finally have the plastic shell off of Felicia. Her stickers were a little easier to get off. So here she is in her box. She's just so cool. I love the presentation. I cannot stress that enough. And let's get to actually unboxing her, taking her out, seeing what she's all about. And we finally have Felicia out of the package, and floored by this doll. Look at her. I love her makeup, and say what you want. I love the experimental makeup. I love the dark lip liner. I love this lip shade. The yellow eyebrows, I just think it's so good. And I really love her hair, and I made this joke before, but I'm gonna make it again. But a lot of people were upset that Holiday Felicia was dressed in yellow, and Felicia said, well, guess what? I'm gonna have yellow hair now. And she looks so good in it. So same details, same shtick as Jade. She has premium nylon hair. She has the 2018 articulated body with the adjusted hands. She has a sprayed on face. Now the thing with this, so she has some crunch on the bottom of her hair, but she also has crunch up here. If I were you, just a recommendation, if you get this doll, do not touch the bangs, do not touch this part. Do not put any soap near the top of the head, if I'm being honest. The only place you should really do it is down here. So what I've seen with some people, just because of how the bangs are cut, they're kind of cut like Courtney Cox from Scream 3. Since they're so short, they're really gelled down, which is really good. But do not get them wet, because if you do, the bangs might fray up. You do not want that happening. So what I'm going to say and recommend is, like, do not touch these front pieces and do not touch the bangs. Leave them alone at all costs if you can. And they already look a little perfect. So I'm satisfied with it. All I really want to do is do the back. And I love this shade of yellow. And I love how in some lighting, like, it kind of catches like a green tone to it, if you see it. Like, I think that is so cool. And I'm really impressed by this doll. And some people pointed this out, that Felicia's skin tone looks a little darker than her previous releases. And I do think it does look darker. And I think she's just stunning. But I'm gonna take pictures and compare her to the other Felicias that I have, just to see like what her skin tone looks like, in case anybody wants the body for like another Felicia head, or if you're looking to like swap heads and all that. But I think she just looks so good, and I love all of these colors. And I'm her socks, she has socks, and those are so cool, and her socks blend into her shoe. And I think it would have been cool if we did get a thigh-high boot, but I think just like logically it wouldn't have worked in this case if we wanted to mix and match the pieces, because there's only one set of shoes. So I love these shoes too. I love like this heel. And then we have the Mowalola logo in the middle. Like, that's so cool. Like, I'm in awe. Like, seriously. And I do love how these blend up into the sock. So like we have like the black here, and then it blends up into the black spirals in her sock. And then we have her first outfit, which is like this cool pleather two-piece. So we have her jacket, and we have a short mini skirt, and it has the Mowalola logo. Moa logo is the Moa logo. The Moa logo here, and then the Moa logo up on the chest. And just like Jade's second outfit, this is a zip up, and this would match really well with Jade's second outfit. But I love how there's a real zipper. Like, that is so cool. And then when we open up her jacket, she does have a top on underneath. So she has this really cool, I don't even know how to describe this, but it's a pleather white top. And I think it just looks really good. And this is like, I love this. Like, this is so cool. And then her second outfit is really nice. It's a little more simple, but I really enjoy it. So there's like the mesh fabric, but on top there's like that pleather fabric, and it's just like spotted. I don't know how to call that, like little blobs, like the Mowalola logo. And this is really giving me like magic hair color vibes. So I don't know if that's the reference, but that's what it gives me. And of course we have the Formal Funk stand and mannequin. And then of course we have the new trapezoid base stand. And we also have the certificate of authenticity, we have the instructions, we have the metal plated brush, and then she also comes with her own big bundle bag. And this one's yellow, and it actually has the Mowalola logo hidden in it, sort of, not hidden, but you know, it kind of just blends in with the blobs on the bag. And then these glasses, which and then we have these sunglasses, which are really cool. So it's like this transparent plastic, like a clear plastic, and then it has this printed on like black blobs. I really don't know how to describe those, but I think she's really cool. I think it'll look really cool on top of her head, but I don't want to mess with her hair too much, obviously. But yeah, wow, I'm really just stunned. I'm floored by this doll. I'm stunned by really like both dolls, and I'm going to do some more close-ups, and I am going to post an article on lookinbratz.com/blog. And I don't know if a lot of people like pay attention to this part, but I'm not just like a social media person. Like the reason I'm in the social media of it all is because I have a website, and that website is called Lookin' Bratz with no G, so hold the G. So it's lookinbratz.com, and that's been like my pride and joy. And I have this really huge database, and it has almost over 10,000 products in it. I'm still updating it. It's just been so busy, like between work and doing like the social media stuff. Like I haven't had a lot of time to fully update the site, and there's a lot of big updates coming, but I will have an article up on that blog. And it's not just a blog, it's also like the database, which has 10,000 products, and it's not just Bratz dolls. It's all the spin-offs, it's all the products, except for clothing, really. Well, selected clothing, you'll go in and you'll see what it is and understand why. But it's a huge website, and there's character profiles, there's media profiles for all the shows, movies, the TV, music, all that. So it's not just something I say go to lookinbratz.com. I really mean go to lookinbratz.com. But it's gonna have a huge update soon. But make sure to check out that Mowalola article, and I'm gonna coordinate it so it posts at the same time that this video posts. So that should be live as you're watching this, and you can see more close-up pictures of these dolls. I'm gonna dress them in their second outfits, but also stay tuned for the post-edit wrap-up of this video, because I'll also show a front view of like what these dolls look like and show them in their second outfits as well. But I don't even know what else to say, but I'm really impressed by these, and I'm so happy the Bratz has gotten to this point, and that there's so much care being taken, you know, they're taking care of the brand right now, and I'm really appreciating that as a hardcore Bratz fan. I think last year was good. I think the 20 years release started off really strong for the brand. We hadn't seen dolls for a while, and I thought the 20 years dolls were really good. Aside from some of the wonks with some of the dolls here and there, I thought they were genuinely well-made dolls. And then when we saw the Rock Angelz dolls, I felt the same disappointment that a lot of the fans felt, because they were reproductions, but they weren't that they weren't the most well-made reproductions. I think the clothing and everything was well-made, but the quality control was just really horrendous, and I think there's no denying that fact. And then we saw the GCDS dolls, and I thought those were good. I thought they worked well with the UV printing, surprisingly, and they were pixelated in the face. And if you don't know what UV printing is, I actually will give an explanation of that in the article. I always give a little blurb about that in each review article that I do on the website. But it was, you know, it was good, but it wasn't at the level that this is at. And same with Holiday Felicia. Like, I thought she was a really gorgeous doll, but I think some of the quality control with her and with the Jimmy Paul dolls, which again were really well-made dolls aside from the fact that the UV printing was there, and it kind of, it, you know, it wasn't where I personally would have wanted the brand to be at, but I guess we have to go through the struggling stage to get to the good parts. And here we are at the good part. And the Series 2 dolls and the Girls Night Out dolls, those are so well made, so impressive. Like, they feel like such good, genuine Bratz dolls, and this is what these feel like as well. Like, this is what a designer collector line should look like. And same with Cult Gaia. Like, I'm just really, really impressed by the quality of these, and I'm so happy to see the brand taking risks again. And this is a huge risk. Like, this isn't a commercial look. These aren't commercial looks. They're not supposed to be commercial. If you're looking for something more commercial, that's what the Series 2 dolls are for. That's what the Girls Night Out dolls are for. And Also, to an extent, the Cult Gaia dolls, because they are a bit more in line with like the girly aesthetic that I think some people are looking for with the Bratz brand, but this is meant to be different. This isn't meant to be like the Y2K vibe that people think that Bratz are. Bratz are way more than Y2K fads. They are supposed to be cutting edge. They're always supposed to be, you know, trend forecasting, not just trend setting, but trend forecasting. Like, what are the trends going to be? And we can see that with these dolls. This is where Bratz is going again, and I really hope Bratz continues on this incline. Like, I'm really just blown away by this, and really props to Mowalola and the Mowalola team for putting together such amazing dolls. And also MGA, thank you, not only for sending this set, but for also caring about the brand again. Genuinely thank you for that, because you know, as much as fans can champion for the Bratz brand to like really revive itself, it really is in the company's hands at the end of the day. And I think the company is starting to take the brand a little more seriously. And I think these dolls are really like knocked it out of the park. Like, this is where Bratz should be at, and I'm glad that Bratz was able to take it there. But enough of that. Let me get off of my soapbox about Bratz and the state of Bratz. I actually want to do a separate video about that. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want more Bratz content and more doll content, again, go to lookinbratz.com, hold the G. Follow me on socials at lookinbratz, hold the G on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Subscribe to me on YouTube. I love making YouTube videos. Like, it's been a little stressful, but it's also been very rewarding. And thank you for 3,000 subscribers. I just recently found out that I hit 3K, so I really appreciate that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the post-edit wrap-up to get a closer look at these dolls. And again, check out that article at lookinbratz.com to see even more of the dolls, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Hey y'all, this is post-edit Dom, and welcome to my little wrap-up where, you know, we check out the dolls closer up, and we're also in my light box because I am taking pictures for the article, which will be up probably when you're watching this. But here is Felicia. I really just adore her, and I really am just obsessed, and I love her makeup. Like, I just think it's so nice and intricate and detailed, and I love the gap teeth. And Mowalola actually in her article, like I don't know if it's the article, I think there's multiple articles, but I think you know what I'm saying. So basically she was like, you know, I wanted to create girls that looked more unique and different and didn't really fit the norm. And I think that this is like a perfect way to really, you know, separate this line from other Bratz lines. It gives us the edge, it gives us something new, it gives us a new look, and I really appreciate that. And you know, same with Jade, and she has two different colored eyes, which was, you know, Mowalola's intention to really feature, you know, different features on a doll that we don't often see. And of course the eyebrows are very, you know, not the typical for Bratz or for dolls generally. And I really just, I love these dolls, and I love them so much. I can't even stress that enough. Here are the Mowalola girls in their second fits, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about them, but I'm actually kind of obsessed, and I almost wish I had two sets so I could display them in both outfits. But I'm really just loving these looks, and I do wish there was like a second pair of shoes, maybe to sort of, I don't know, have more neutral colors to go with the rest of the fits, but I still think they work, and everything really complements each other. Like, I think Jade's lipstick with her hair accessories and also her shoes go together, but then we also have like the touch of gold that I think goes really well with her hair. And I don't know, I think everything really does mesh well together. And the same with Felicia. Like, she has the black dress with those like black blobs, and they also match that on her sunglasses. And then I feel like it goes along with all like the other like black blob like ornaments going on with like the Mowalola logo and like the stripes on her shoes. And again, I'm just really obsessed with like those Mowalola shoes right there. I think both shoes are just so cool, and I love how statuesque the dolls are. And also just like all the yellow, like the yellow matching with her hair and her shoes and her bag. Like, I think it just goes so well together. But I'm really just obsessed with these dolls. I think this might be my favorite Bratz release in years, and I love all the Bratz releases. I mean, aside from maybe the Rocket Angels dolls, that would be the one exception where I was a little or a lot of disappointed, but I definitely think this is one of the best releases we've seen from the brand in a while. But I mean, not to say like any of the other releases this past year, and actually the past like 4 or 5 years have been bad, but I think they really know what they're doing now. Like it feels like they're really on the right path. And I just have to point out how well like form fitting these dresses are. Like I feel like a lot of issues we've seen have also been with the clothing and how they're not really form fitting to the dolls' bodies, but I feel like these are really just well like they're a good fit, and I'm really just happy to see them like improving the overall quality and giving us such amazing designer dolls. And I feel like a lot of companies can't really do this at this price point, so I know it is expensive, but I have to say like it is well worth the price point. Like there are other companies that are charging $90 for dolls with horrible hair quality, with horrible clothing and quality control, and I feel like MJ really outdid themselves, and it really shows the amount of care that they're showing towards the brand right now. But I'm sure some people will disagree and some people don't like these dolls, but everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But that's really all I have to say. I'm really just obsessed. And make sure to check the article on lookandbratz.com where you can see more close-up shots of everything. And I have a bunch of content coming on all my other socials, so stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for watching again. I'll see you in the next video.